Hey guys, I know I didn't have a flip through video up for February. If you've seen my challenge jar slash life update video, you guys know why. It was just a very hectic month and I didn't have time to film really anything. All the videos that went up in February were actually pre-recorded, like within the last week of January and the first week of February. So I'm going to be going through my February spread pages and my March spread pages. For February, I went with a very floral theme, but I also put in a lot of sweets, like February is actually dripping chocolate. I don't know if it's showing up very well on the camera or not. I also added a lot of cutouts in the month of February, just to see how it would look. When all the pages are just done in marker or even watercolor, sometimes it can look very flat, so I felt like this added like an extra dimension to how things looked, and I really liked it. As you guys can tell from my Zenith review page, I also use a lot of stickers and washi tape. I use them on the Darkest Star as well, but instead of using the stickers, I did the constellations by hand, and while I like the way it looked, I like the stickers better. Like I said, it just adds another layer of dimension to the page, and I really like it. But going into February, I have my monthly spread page, which I took out the to-do list, which I actually added back in March because I got a puppy this month and I have a lot of extra things I need to do. My brain dump page was once again just used to plan my March spread pages, and like I said, I used like a lot of stickers and washi tape and printouts to just add something to the pages. I really had no idea what I wanted to do with this page, so I just used these two printouts and that's it. This page kind of got away from me. My little nieces were here when I was working on this page, and while I planned on doing the hearts all broken up into like stained glass kind of was what I was going for, but all the stickers and everything just kind of got out of control. I'm not sure what I was thinking at the time, but hey, it was the month of love, so kind of conveys that. As for my YouTube page, you guys probably can't see it, but there's a lot of things crossed out here where I just wasn't able to do them because of everything going on, or like my fairy loot box still hasn't arrived yet, so I haven't been able to do that video. Now, these pages are the big change from January. As you guys know, in January I had these very minimalistic pages that I seen Kat from Cattytastic use, and while I really like these pages, I feel like I didn't need this section here. This went to like a full tracker page, and I really didn't need a small little calendar. So I took this portion of the spread she used and I combined it with just like a daily layout, which is what happened here. And you'll see throughout these weeks that I also have a lot crossed out as the week goes by, and at the beginning of this month when things were really hectic, I didn't write as much, but then I write more as I went along. But these macarons or macarons, however you say them, I drew the first one and then I stenciled all the rest of them, because doing those by hand was very tedious. And as you guys can see, I also have a little sticker of a dog with an umbrella in the rain, and that's because this is the day I got my little puppy Kai, and it just happened to be pouring down rain that day. Then on this last page, I ran out of this heart washi tape that I was using, so I had to use this pink ribbon tape. I'm actually pretty upset that I ran out of this washi tape, because this is the only time I had used it. So the washi tape didn't last very long at all. I'm used to it lasting like at least 4 or 5 times this amount. Now moving on to March, where this page I drew by hand, but I painted it in watercolor, which is something I've never really tried, and that's why the page looks the way it does, because this page and this page right here were done in watercolor. Everything besides a few stickers I used through my March spreads were done by hand. I didn't use any printouts or anything to add like another dimension. I figured after I added watercolor on these first 2 pages and everything, it was a lot, and I didn't feel like going through and trying to find stuff. to add to this. So that may be something I include in my April spread. It might not. I really like the way March turned out. But moving on to my monthly spread, I just used a mini calendar this month, mainly because I don't actually use my monthly spread very much for the calendar. I use it basically to keep track of important dates and my to-do list, which I have a lot of things on my to-do list, and hopefully I can get them all done, but this is kind of like overly optimistic because there are actually 3 doctor's appointments, well, 2 doctor's appointments and 1 dentist appointment I have to go to this month. So getting all of this done, along with like taking 3 days out of the month just for doctors and dentists, it's like, I don't know. And that's not even counting the vet appointment I have to make for Kai yet. But moving on to my brain dump page, I just kept it very simple, put some stickers at the top, and then this little guy is actually supposed to be Odd from Code Lyoko. I did it by hand, and I've drawn him before, but it took so much concentration to draw him this time. I don't know, maybe I've gotten out of the habit of drawing. But I drew him sleeping on a book in a field of flowers. Like I said, this is supposed to be Odd from Code Lyoko, which is why he's colored the way he is. I'm still obsessed with that show, and I think I will be for a very long time. I can't speak today. Moving on to my tracker page, I am tracking anime, writing, reading, and mood this month. Mainly because if we go back to February, I did water, writing, reading, mood, and workout. Water, I felt like was unnecessary. I mean, yes, I forget to drink a lot of the time, so it's like I maybe drink like a bottle of water in a day, which is horrible for your health. But this didn't make me want to drink more water. So I just decided to like nix it completely. And workout, as you can tell, since the month got very hectic, I didn't work out as much, and that really depressed me. And I was like, I really want to keep working out, but I don't think I need to track it if it's going to depress me if I miss a day. So I cut that out, and I'm just sticking to these very simple trackers. The mood tracker I absolutely love, and the reading and writing trackers. I found writing was a bit depressing because I didn't have the time to write, but I'm hoping to change that this month. Reading, on the other hand, even though I haven't read like a lot on Bookwise, I do count if I read fan fiction in this because there are a lot of good fan fictions, and I count that as reading. So this is just reading in general, not necessarily books. Then we move on to my YouTube page, which I've kept this same basic layout for every single one of my YouTube pages, and I think I will keep this one because I just love the fact that I have the calendar where I can mark the days that I actually uploaded. Then I can have my ideas, when the videos went up, and you know what video went up, all written out here, and then what I need for said videos. And this month, instead of doing like the little sharp corners, I actually did butterflies, which I think turned out very nice. And I know this is an odd place to put a sticker, but I had some black paint that actually like bled through the page, and that's kind of how I had to cover it up. Oh, I know I didn't mention it before, but the theme for March was flowers. I am really all over the place, guys. I'm sorry. But moving on to my weekly spreads, once again, this was a drawing I did, and I just traced it multiple times onto the page to go for each day. And for these 2 weeks, I have actually a notes section. But I still kept this little part for writing, reading, and filming because I really do like that. And when I first started this page, I was going to do like I did the 15th year. It was just all going to be like a solid colored butterfly, but I was like, I don't really like that idea. So I ended up just doing like a different design for each butterfly. And some, like the design here, I actually did multiple times because I really like that. And then I just put some floral stickers here at the bottom. And this washi tape isn't my favorite because it gets like bubbly and it doesn't stick very well. But I couldn't decide on a washi tape, so I just had my mom decide on it. And that's what she picked. And as you guys can see, I've already started filling out like dates and appointments and stuff like that that I need to keep track of. And that is the end of my March spreads. If you guys would like to see more of these videos, leave a like or a comment below. I would be very thankful for that. But until next time, I will see you guys later.